Hello, my name is Joshua Singleton, and today I'll be doing my informative speech on HVAC and its impact across the world. I'm first going to introduce my audience. Say hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
There. Nobody wants to freeze or sweat in their own home. From the earliest of times, humans have always sought out ways to get comfort from the frigid temperatures or the sweltering heat. No matter what it is, humans always want to be comforted in their own home or in their own environment. My dad owns his own HVAC company, and I've learned a lot from helping him. And I know that one of the most important needs for humans has become the comfort within their own homes. It's not something that anyone looks at as a bit of a luxury anymore. It's more of a necessity, and people generally will pay for that necessity. Um, now that all of you are here today, now all of you here today are aware of that big noisy box outside your house, or maybe the small little noisy box inside your window. That's blowing that cool or warm air. And I want to tell you all about that thing and how it was started and what different types there are. Um, this centralized type of air conditioning is something that's not a luxury. Like I said, it's definitely a necessity. And today I'll be informing everyone on how this basic necessity works, what different kinds there are, and how it was created, and how this creation has greatly impacted the world around us. First off, how they work. AC units basically all work the same. They use refrigeration, condensation, evaporation, and compression to provide a supply and return. And I brought something today to show you how this return is incorporated. Whenever you have air going through your house, you have the air being pulled back in through a return. This filter right here is what goes in that return to block off any type of pollutants that may get into your line. And without uh, that filter, then it won't be able to keep your AC unit safe. And according to Pete Hoffman from Southwestern Tech, HVAC uses a cycle to move the heat from one area to cool this area and to expel this heat in another area, which basically means that it's all about making the comfort for the people in the environment. And also, according to Samuel Sugarman in his Fundamentals of HVAC, an HVAC system is simply a group of components working together to move heat to where it is wanted. Now, to determine where it's wanted is by the thermostat. People set the thermostat based on what they want. And the system, whether it's a window unit, mini split, or actual split system, will go and go and go until it reaches that. That's why those filters that I just showed you have to be in proper condition so that they don't stress out or harm your equipment. And now that you know a little bit about how they work, you may wonder about which one different types there are, like I've mentioned already, because the heating and cooling needs around the world are different. For instance, in Europe, they like to use mini splits, and my uncle also attested to that. Whenever he was in Afghanistan serving, he said that they use mini splits, and it could be a 100-degree day, and he's in there freezing, or it could be a negative 10-degree night, and he's sweating with his t-shirt on. Either way, they work very well, and they're very efficient. Um, According to the HVAC experts from Scripps Networks online, they said that up toward the north, most people tend to just use a window unit just because they rarely get really hot, so they just use them every now and then on really hot days to kind of knock off the edge. Most of the time, they use radiators during the winter times. And also, according to the people from Scripps Network, they said that if you live in the South, you may go for the whole home system just because we have a wide range of everything. And along with these whole home systems, they also have package systems, which are very large and encompass everything, and they do everything within themselves and just send out the line work for the air. And now that we've looked at different types of them, of HVAC across the world, let me show you how HVAC has impacted across the world. On July 17, 1902, Willis Carrier invented the first system, and according to the Carrier HVAC company that I read about online, Carrier designed the first modern air conditioning system, launching an industry that would fundamentally improve the way we live, work, and play. This encompasses all the ways of life. And this invention by Carrier led the world to be capable of breaking free of the chains from climate. And since this time, centralized air has been put into many, many places, including obviously homes, cars, and trucks, and trains, airplanes, boats, all types of buildings, and even in some parks, they have little areas that are just centralized areas that are cooled down on hot days. And there's just a huge list of everything that's uh, been impacted by HVAC, and it's just a really huge thing that's helped this world uh, have a better place for that we can do business with, so that the air is actually breathable and it's cool, and also the air is like workable, so we don't have to be in there sweating and basically in a sweatshop because that's illegal now. Um, but from everything that I've covered today about how systems work, what different systems are available, and how they've impacted the world in so many aspects of our life, I challenge you to go out and then realize a place that doesn't have HVAC. You may appreciate what you have more, and you may want to decide to put more filters in there because filters will save your system, and they are definitely something that you need to keep supply on so you can change them out. And I hope that from now on you don't look at it as just a noisy box, you look at it as something that keeps you comfortable. Thank you very much. And here's my audience again.
Aww. It's a sweatshop.